Near mint condition, the home of collected editions.
And check out that eye. That's exactly what we want to see.
Woo, look at that panel, baby.
And that, as they say, is that.
How's it going, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And today, I'm going to be going over the collected editions coming out this last week of the month of April of 2025. So we're looking at books that are coming out April 29th or 30th, depending on where you get your books. Kicking it off with Marvel Comics, the week of April 30th, we got Amazing Spider-Man Modern Era Epic Collection coming home. This is the first Modern Era Epic Collection, collecting issues 30 through 45 of the 1998 relaunch of Amazing Spider-Man. J. Michael Straczynski and John Romita Jr. Did I say J. Michael Straczynski, John Romita Jr., $44.99, 392 pages. Earth X, this is the new printing, Alex Ross, Jim Kruger, Jean-Paul Leon, collecting Earth X 0 through 12 and the X issue. $44.99, 472 pages. Probably the reason they're doing this one is because there is a character, I don't know if people know, people may not watch the trailers or see previews or anything. There is a character that might be appearing or is rumored or I think confirmed, I can't keep up, to appear in the Fantastic Four movie that's appearing in this book. And speaking of Fantastic Four movie, Fantastic Four versus Galactus is coming out, collecting issues 48 through 50 and 242 to 244. So that means coming a Galactus story with Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, and then the John Byrne era. Covered by Alex Ross, the book has 136 pages and retails for $17.99. More Fantastic Four goodness with Human Torch coming back to print. This is Scotty Young's book. I want to say it's his first book at Marvel. Did he do the No, I think he did the Spider-Man book first. $17.99, 136 pages. Carl Kessel was the writer on the book. It's Jeff first, finally getting a collection. You're getting It's Jeff first, and Venom War, It's Jeff. The Little Land Shark, man, he is blowing up all over Marvel Rivals. I don't know how many of my friends play him as their main. 120 pages, $15.99. Kid Venom Origins is coming out that week, and that is collecting Kid Venom Origins 1 and Kid Venom 1 through 4. Tai Gami is the writer and artist. Gerardo Sandoval is the cover artist. 120 pages, $17.99. Marvel May 1965 is coming out, collecting Strange Tales 135, X-Men 12, Journey into Mystery 118, Tales to Astonish 70, Patsy and Hetty 101, Rawhide Kid 47, Fantastic Four 41, Amazing Spider-Man 27, Avengers 18, Tales of Suspense 68, Sergeant Fury 20, Daredevil 9, Modeling with Millie number 40, Patsy Walker 122, Kid Colt Outlaw 124, Two Gun Kid 77, and Millie the Model 130. The book has 496 pages, $100. This is picking the month of May of 1965, which is, of course, the beginning of S.H.I.E.L.D., and celebrating it by releasing all of the books that came out that month. So it's the same as 1961, 1962, 63, 64, and now 65. Marvel Comics is releasing the Star Wars Crimson Reign Omnibus, both covers available the same day. Collecting Crimson Reign 1 through 5, Star Wars 19 through 25, Star Wars Bounty Hunters 18 through 24, Star Wars Darth Vader 18 through 24, and Star Wars Dr. Aphra 16 through 21. The book has 872 pages and it is $100. Now, if you keep an eye on the announcements, I did announce a release of Dr. Aphra Omnibus Volume 3, which is called Dr. Aphra and Friends, but it won't be released until later this year. That will contain these issues, so there is some double dipping going on. If, that bothers you, but... No, wait. No, Crimson Reign was collected in the second omnibus, so there is already some double dipping. Damn, Uncanny Omar think pretty one day. So there is some double dipping with that omnibus already. But it doesn't contain, like, the Star Wars Bounty Hunters or Darth Vader. Bounty Hunters, by the way, Man, hopefully one day we'll get an omnibus of that. Batman and Robin, Volume 2. Batman vs. Robin is coming out. And this is the 2025 edition, 168 pages, $19.99. That is, of course, from DC Comics. All In! The All In saga is collecting Absolute Power 4, DC All In Special 1, Batman 153, Wonder Woman 14, and Superman 19. Mark Waid, Chip Zdarsky, Jorge Jimenez, Dan Mora. 200 pages, $19.99. Green Lantern The Silver Age Omnibus Volume 2 is coming back to print. John Broome, Mike Friedrich, Dennis O'Neil, Gardner Fox, Gil Kane, $125, 1,000 pages. And from the world of Image Comics, we're getting Precious Metal coming out in a trade paperback edition. And we're also getting the Saga Volume 12 in a trade paperback edition. Sam and Twitch Case Files Volume 1 is another trade paperback they are releasing that same day. And we are getting Transformers the Deluxe Edition Book 1 in hardcover format. Now, this is the new era by Daniel Warren Johnson, and there is a direct market cover. Direct market cover featuring everybody's favorite Starscream, and of course the standard edition, Optimus Prime, collecting the first 12 issues of the series. We are also getting the True War Stories coming out that same week. That is also one that will be collected in a trade paperback. And that is by, actually, this is by Alex DeCampi, Kai Krumbar, and Peter Krause, just to name a few of the creators behind this. I really like that cover. Violent Flowers is coming out in a trade paperback format that very same week from the folks at Image. And from Dark Horse Comics, we are getting Kanto Volume 5. I am so looking forward to this book. I love this little robot, little Tin Man, not a robot. Sorry about that. And I've been a big fan of it since Volume 1, since it was over at IDW. Now they're coming out with hardcovers of these. So I am very, very excited to read this book. This one here, it is still by David Brewer and Drew Sucker. Vittori Astone is the artist, and it collects Kanto, A Place Like Home 1 through 6. Oh, man. 160 pages, $29.99. That might make it in my top 10. So I do a top 10 of books coming out every month. That one might be there. I really like that series. Kill All Immortals is coming out. That is by Zach Kaplan and Fico Ossio. Collecting Kill All Immortals 1 through 5. $19.99, 144 pages. And it is a trade paperback. And we're getting Prodigy, Slaves of Mars coming out. Collecting the 5-issue miniseries for mature audiences. 144 pages, $19.99. And, sorry, I was just looking to make sure it wasn't the same book. But we're getting the next installment of Star Wars The High Republic, Phase 3, Crash Zone, coming out. This is collecting the High Republic Adventures Phase 3, Crash Landing, Crash and Burn, and the Phase 3 Annual. $19.99, 112 pages. I was just making sure it wasn't the same as the one that came out the previous week. And from IDW, we are getting Low Orbit coming out that week. And that is by Casimir Lee, $24.99. It is a trade paperback. And I think it's an original book, 336 pages. We're getting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures Compendium coming out. Volume 1, collecting the first 17 issues, plus the short stories Zen Millions, Year to Birth, Night Monster X, Metamorphosis, Forgotten TMNT Adventure, Origin of the Species, Yo Ho Ho, and a Bottle of Mutagen, Doomsday Hassle in Banshee Castle, and Red Cells in the Sunset. 784 pages, $99.99. I think that was one that was canceled, but it looks like it's back, and yeah, coming back, so that's good. It's Godzilla, Skate or Die. Did anybody play Skate or Die on the Nintendo? I love that game. This is by Louis Joyce, and it is 128 pages, $17.99. And we're getting a new Rocketeer story with the Rocketeer Breaks Free, Stephen Mooney, Stas Johnson. It's a 4-issue miniseries, 112 pages, $19.99. It is a trade paperback. The Gargoyles Quest is coming out from the folks at Dynamite, and that is a trade paperback. So we had the hardcover come out. Now the trade paperback's coming out for $19.99. And we are getting from the world of manga, Catman coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks at Seven Seas Entertainment. We are also getting the Iliad hardcover, Volume 5, coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks at Seven Seas Entertainment. And who is the... Mojito is the creator behind this, the mangaka behind this. We're also getting Gaia Tima, the Gigantus from Kodansha. And that is a Volume 1. And Idol Story Volume 1 coming out that very same week, and that is being published by the folks over at Seven Seas Entertainment. And from Steamship, what the hell is going on in that picture? Alpha Wolf Girl, Omega Wolf Boy. $14.99 by Natsuha Kazazaki. That's coming out that week. And Eden Zero Volume 31 is coming out that week. That is being published by Kodansha Comics by Hiro Mashima. I'm not sure how long it's going in Japan. But there are no box sets available of this series. We've had Fairy Tail and his other series collected. Yeah, maybe one day. From other publishers, we're getting the Book of Genesis, Illis by Robert Crumb. This is the new printing of this book. And that is being published by the folks over at W.W. Norton. We are also getting the Cabby, and that is coming out in a hardcover format from the folks at Fantagraphics. We're getting the Comics Review Presents April 2025. And that is by Manuscript Press. And we are getting the Commando Presents Braddock Bomber Command Volume 1. Published by DC Thompson. As well as Dare Volume 1 coming out. And that one is being published by the folks over at Laguna Studios. And detectives these days are crazy. Coming out from the folks over at One Piece Books. Eat, Sleep, Reap, Repeat number 4 is coming out from Berserker. And that is by Andy Brown and various other people. And it looks like it's done in a landscape format. Heartcore is coming out from the folks at Graphic Mundi. That is by Stepanka Gislova. And that one is $29.99. We're also getting Ganesha and the Moon coming out in a trade paperback format. And that is being published by the folks over at Ack Comics. And $10 for that book. And we are also getting the Knights of the Dinner Table Critical Hits trade paperback coming out that week. And that's being published by the folks at Kinzer & Company. As well as Lemonade War coming out in a hardcover and a trade paperback format from Clarion Books. And 7 Years in Darkness trade paperback year 2 is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Midnight Factory. Also that same week, we're getting Michael Moorcock's Library, Elric Balance Lost. This is a hardcover, volume 3. And that is being published by the folks over at Titan Comics. We're getting Muybridge hardcover from Drawn and Quarterly by Guy Delisle. And $24.95. We're getting Nemesis the Warlock, the definitive edition hardcover volume 3. Now, this is a Diamond exclusive, and that's being published by the Rebellion 2000 AD, folks. And those books are freaking awesome. And R. Crumb Existential Comics Selected Stories from 1979 to 2004 is coming out from the folks at David Swerner Books. And we are also getting the Section 7 Cases of Strange and Unnatural Season 2 coming out in a trade paperback format. We are getting this is a really interesting book. This is called Stan vs. Jack, How to Feud, The Marvel Way hardcover by Barry Tan. And this one is $20, published by Cosmic Lion Productions. And it looks to be in like a little book format, like a those little what are they called? The golden books, the little books. What the heck am I saying? Little books? Golden books. Whatever they're called. Anyway, it's in that format. Shift Presents Empire is coming out that very same week, as well as the Ultra Laser Planet Rock coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks over at Fair Square Graphics. And You Can Never Die, a graphic memoir, is also coming out that very same week. Now, if you're interested in any of the books I've talked about, check out our sponsors.
If you're in Europe and you're interested in buying these books, definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices, flat shipping rate of €12 for all EU countries, emails answered within 24 hours, waltscomicshop.com, and you can use the code nearmintcondition at checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order over €40. That's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding!
CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more.
And those were your collected editions for the books coming out this last week of April. In the comments down below, let me know what you are picking up this last week, what books you're excited for that are coming out in May, which is like right around the corner. And yeah, what surprised you that came out in April that you ended up getting. But that is it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Smash that like button on the way out. Check us out on Patreon and Spreadshop. Amazing ways to support the channel. Stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.